Hey everyone, and welcome to today's short thought. I thought I'd record this whilst out my one piece of daily exercise just to mix it up a little bit, but we will be staying consistent and keeping to Mark chapter 2, today looking at verses 18 to 20. In verse 18 we read that Jesus is questioned as to why his disciples aren't fasting, when John's disciples and the Pharisees are fasting. His reply in verse 19 is that why would they fast when they are with me? And the word he uses to describe himself is the bridegroom, therefore showing the real level of intimacy and relationship that Jesus has for his disciples, the level of intimacy of relationship that he has for us now as well. Because we are, as the church, we are the bride of Christ. A wedding that was signed and made official through his death on the cross in that covenant of love. And it really highlights how close we are to him and how valuable that relationship is. You know, on a wedding day, once the bride and groom are together, actually it's very rare for them to then be separated. It would be really odd if during the speech at the reception, as the groom is about to start speaking, that the bride stands up and goes, I'm going to go sit at the back with my friends and we're going to chat over there, but you guys carry on with your speeches. That would be a really odd thing to see happen. And actually, when a bride, a groom, a husband and wife are separated later on in their marriage through travel or illness or work, whatever it might be, there'll be a sense of longing and loss and of missing the other person. And it's that Jesus then gets at in verse 20. It says, when I am no longer with them physically, at that point they will fast. And this really gets at the purpose of what a fast is. A fast, as we know, it's kind of giving something up. But we give something up so that we are able to then focus on Jesus more. We're able to develop that relationship with him, though he's not physically with us. It's just like a wife giving up something in the evening to phone her husband when he is away for work, so they can have that relationship to develop and continue to build that and be together when they're not physically together. So if a fast is to spend time with Jesus, surely it also means that we're giving something up. Now, commonly it's seen as food. Maybe it's also referred to as social media now, because that's such a big part of our lives. But whatever it is that's kind of getting in the way of our relationship with him, what is it that we need to give up? And it's not a case of giving something up to create a hole. It's giving something up so we can invest that time in spending more time with Jesus. Whether that's praying, worshipping, reading our Bible, talking through faith with somebody else. Whatever it could be, however we draw near to God, what are we doing in our lives? And it's really interesting how we can kind of spend time doing other things. Maybe at the moment we feel like we have extra time in our lives. How are we spending that? Maybe it's we feel we have less time because we're looking after our kids all the time. What are we doing to carve out time to spend time with Jesus? Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but actually, if we fully understand that level of relationship that we have with Jesus, maybe it becomes easier in our motivations to want to spend time with him. Maybe that desire grows. So I'd encourage you, whatever it is in your day, in your week, actually what could you need to move to carve out time to spend time with Jesus today?